video, we'll be looking at the Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Rattrap. I got this figure from Amazon, so since you noticed the dog-eared card back, this came in a box plenty big enough for it, but yet they folded it before they stuck it in the box. Yay, Amazon! On the packaging, you get some nice artwork of Rattrap in his alt mode, the arc in the background, Transformers along the side, the Kingdom logo, arc on the bottom of the logo, +8. Here's the barcode for anyone who needs that. Please recycle. On the back, you have some nice product imaging. The 18 steps of transformation, which is it's a lot of steps for such a small figure. Manufacturing information, warnings, don't eat, swallow, Hasbro logo. All right, let's get Rattrap out of the packaging. Here we have Rattrap in the plastic tray, secured down with some rubber bands. This weapon over here. Rattrap comes with a set of instructions. Piece of paper with more warnings on it. Rattrap is one tiny figure. Let me readjust the camera so we can zoom in on this little guy. You can see Rattrap comes with a single gun. He is one little detailed little figure, and very articulated. I love the look of it. If this could have had it makes me really miss the Takara Legends line. Would have seen this decked out in a more accurate cartoon style paint job that Legends used to do with their figures. For such a tiny figure, he's very well detailed. The sculpt is really nice, and so you can see I got big mitts. The Transformer's gone. So it's a very tiny little guy, and decently articulated as well. It's actually got more articulation points than the last generation's one, I believe. We'll look at that here in a few minutes. With the detailing, you can see Maximal logos on the forearms, and those are tiny, tiny little logos. And they're fairly clear too to be such a small scale. The head's painted really well. You can see the brain sculpt is nice shiny silver. The red eyes, you see the teeth are painted silver. Silver accents on the forearms. And the sculpt of the blaster, it looks really good. Very reminiscent way it looked on the Beast Wars cartoon. Of course, being on a smaller scale, it's done a 5mm port like a lot of Transformers weapons are. Now let's see if it fits the original Rattrap's hand. It's the same size port, so if you're looking to want to just get a Kingdom figure to replace the gun for your original Rattrap, you can do that as well. I got my original Rattrap off eBay, missed his gun, so it's a very nice option. Since we already have the original Rattrap out, as you can see, the original basic Rattrap from the Beast Wars line is quite a bit bigger than the new core class line they have for Kingdom. The old basic Rattrap is nowhere near as accurate to the show as the core class, and missing some of the articulation that the core class actually comes with. Even on a smaller scale, it's more articulated. Let's go ahead and do a rundown on the articulation on this core class figure. The head is on a swivel. Ball joint shoulders. The ball joints are pointing straight forward, but you can still swivel up, forward. Of course, you can't do rotation around way the position of the ball joint. If you do, you can get some weird breakup of the sculpt. There's no bicep swivel, but you have a ball joint on the elbow, so you can swivel here, and you get more than 90 degrees bend. The forearms are solid, so and the hands are one piece, so there's no rotation to the wrist. There's no waist twist. Ball joint hips, they can do the full Van Damme and then some. With being on ball joints, you do get a little bit of rotation there, just being on the ball. Ball joint knees, which will fold, actually double joint knees, which is probably two for the transformation. With being ball joints, you get rotation at the knee. And you have ball joints on the ankles. You get a forward and back and a pivot motion out of that ball joint. Let's do one more comparison before we do the transformation. We have the Thrilling 30. Let's go ahead and readjust because Thrilling 30 is quite a bit bigger. The Thrilling 30 Rattrap is a deluxe figure versus the core class. This is probably still my favorite Rattrap, even though he is missing ankle articulation. But other than that, it is a great looking figure. Would just like to have the better painted face. I like the copper color they used on the head on this one. Kind of wish I went and got the Takar Legends version of this Rattrap. I can't remember if they actually painted this one better, or for some reason I didn't get the Legends one, but I did get the Legends Rhinox and Waspinator. As you can see, this one towers over the core class, which core class is a tiny little figure. But I do like how the ears are done on the head, the mouse head on the core class better. That's the only thing that really bugged me with the Thrilling 31. These ears here are like way in the way. They should have been a little more compact out to the side. Just all they had to do is change the angle and it would have been nowhere near as drastic as this. You can store the gun on its backpack in robot mode. This little plug here plugs into this port for weapon storage in robot mode. Alright, let's do the transformation. Here we have Rattrap in his beast mode. Unlike the original Beast Wars Rattrap, there's no real weapon storage. You can plug the gun into its back leg. So you have a weaponized rat. With his size and sculpt, he looks a little more mouse-like to me than he does rat-like. They're very similar anyway, but he does have his little bit of a visible head syndrome in beast mode if you turn it upside down. Rattrap! But from the top view, he looks pretty good. Relatively clean for beast mode. You can see his hands poking out of his butt a little bit. Being the first of the Beast Wars figures I got in the Kingdom, and my first Kingdom figure period. I'm pretty well pleased with this, and I'm looking forward to getting all the Season 1 style characters from Beast Wars from the Kingdom line. Not crazy about the animated series, but to me, all the G1 figures, Beast Wars figures, I'm just using these for the replacements from the original storylines, and I have no care about the Earthrise, Kingdom, or for Cybertron trilogy storyline they got going on Netflix. But other than that, I say if you can see this on the shelf, grab it, especially if you're a Beast Wars fan. It's a fun little toy. I'll be updating in my collection, my Beast Wars. I'll be keeping my old Beast Wars figures just for nostalgia, but as for main display, I say the Kingdom figures will be replacing them because I haven't been getting the Masterpiece Beast Wars figures. The only one I got was Primal. That's before the Takara started to raise the price and quality control went to crap. But thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll see y'all next time.